The News Ipsos poll shows that about a third of American voters say neither President Biden nor former President Trump should be trusted with the powers of the presidency ahead of the November election. WALB News 10's Madison Foglio spoke with political experts about how messy this race is about to get and what are the most important voter issues for Georgians.
Donald Trump has a different constituency.
I'm going to bring the country together.
And yesterday he was hosting at his club Viktor Orban, who says he doesn't think democracy works.
Everything Joe Biden touches turns to everything.
And now that both President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump have clinched their nominations for the general election in November, political experts tell me that you can expect to see a lot more where that came from.
I think this is going to be a very negative campaign, a campaign where a lot of people are down on both candidates and aren't ready to support necessarily either one. But it's going to end up being that binary choice. It's going to be, like I said, a pretty ferocious and ugly and pretty divisive campaign before it's done.
And we already see this taking place here in South Georgia. If you're driving on North Slappy and Lido Road in Albany, you'll see this billboard showing former President Donald Trump and disgraced sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Despite both candidates addressing real issues on the campaign trail, ABC News political director Rick Klein says they are not elevating those issues to a degree that is particularly inspiring for voters.
A lot of surveys have suggested that people aren't really thinking about this campaign in terms of issues. They're thinking about it in terms of personalities. If voters articulate that issues are important to them, then that's how the candidates get there.
So what is it that Georgia voters specifically want the presidential candidates to address?
The issues that Georgia seem to be most to care about are those kind of kitchen table issues, right? Inflation's a big deal. The state of the economy is a big deal. And then they care about immigration.
However, it may not be the issues the candidates are running on that draws Georgians out to the polls in November.
Unfortunately, it looks like the number one motivator is, I just don't like the other side. And a good chunk of people are showing up just to vote against the opposition or against the other party.
And as for what this race is going to come down to, Rick Klein believes a lot of this is going to be settled by the people who don't like the choices on the ballot. So persuading that percentage of voters will be a primary focus point for both campaigns going forward. Madison Foglio, WALB, your hometown news source.